Hey guys, welcome to Nerdarchy for Nerds by Nerds. I'm Ted, hanging out with these
Ryan.
guys.
Dave. I jumped the gun.
That's all right. Today we're going to do our first video in a new series called Hooked on Adventures. And today we're going to talk about essentially evil nobles.
Head down to the description below where you can find Nerdarchy the newsletter, gain weekly tips, as well as learn how to game with Nerdarchy.
So the idea for this series is we're going to give you the seed for an adventure, or depending upon how big, it could be a campaign arc.
Oh, and then can water it, and then it'll grow into a campaign.
So we'll give you the plot hook. You can take it and expand upon it, use it for your adventure. It's a great way if you're stuck on what to do next, or you're looking to throw something else into the mix and get a break from your standard campaign arc.
So in this one, the plot hook is a noble comes to the adventure party. It could be because he's has a relationship with one of the characters. They run into him on the road, or they find him in a tavern. However you want to introduce him, it doesn't really matter.
Oh, you could send a retainer to go get the party and bring them if you're doing like a patron sort of situation?
Well, possibly, but the idea is he's been broached by all the other nobles in this city, and they're trying to get him to join up with their organization, which is in league with some other power. So I went with it's him, and he's fled the city because he fears for his life and immortal soul.
Yeah.
So that's the only reason why I said he's there in person as opposed to sending somebody out.
So he didn't get invited to like a super hot, sexy swingers club. He got invited to like the Church of Demon Evils.
So
he did, but then it turns out they were all
sacrifices and murder and
so
all that.
The idea is the nobles in this city have all either made deals with or signed pacts with this other entity, and it could be demons, devils,
Pax Inferno.
Whatever.
That's the pact we signed. Just by the way. Yeah.
And these nobles are getting power and charisma and whatever
power,
have you, and they're trying to get everyone in the clutch of nobles to be a part of it, and he's not down for that in any way, shape, or form.
And so we had discussed this a little bit before, and it could even be that like. Their ultimate goal is to overthrow the current king or bring him into the fold.
Right.
And we're thinking that maybe even that king has something that is preventing this otherworldly entity from coming into this world. And they want to get control of that so they can open up the portal, the rift, whatever. And even the followers, they may not even know exactly what's going on or what the ultimate end goal is.
They're in it just for their own personal growth, not realizing
they're fueling the power of because like divine entities, they work off of worship. Like that's fuel, it's battery to them. So the more people that worship a god, the more powerful that god becomes. So that makes perfect sense.
Yeah, or furrowing souls, by making deals, or you could go with a warlock, or you could do something different where instead, like they're allowing demonic possession of themselves and bringing minor demons into the world, and perhaps as their fold grows, they're able to bring more and more powerful demons over, and who knows where it could go from there. So this could be a single adventure, or this could be the start of a whole campaign arc.
Right. Yeah.
Like if there's a noble or if there's a player character with a noble background, this could easily
infiltrate his family, perhaps.
It could be, or the noble that contacts them could be part of the family.
Yeah. Or it could be, like a friend of the family. Like there's a connection already there, that you can work off of.
Like he could just go home, and like his family's really weird now. Like they were always a little strange, but they've hit like a whole new level.
So, like everyone's changed a little bit. Like the sister that maybe was kind of dumpy before is like super hot all of a sudden, and dad's walking around all kinds of regal. And whatnot, and like mom's got so much bling, she can. You don't even know how she can stand.
Yeah.
So now, and the great thing you can do is you could literally take any of the stats from the demons and devils and say, all right, well, I'm going to use the physical of a person and use these stats because they could be fueled by this power and able to use any of those abilities.
That would definitely throw your players off when when mom picks you up by the throat and hurls you across the room.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, so to tease this out, you'd have like instances of just like harshness and cruelty to like kind of like give the player some cue in of like, yeah, things are a little strange. Like, like a servant errs and they like, well, like they beat this servant pretty severely or like throw him across a room. You're just like, what the shit? Yeah.
Feed them to the dogs. But stuff, stuff
things.
nobles normally do.
Stuff and things. So basically the noble is Mr. Burns. Release the hound, Smithers.
Yeah, the only problem is Mr. Burns beating you would not be so brutal.
Yeah. Thrash him, Smithers.
Yeah, pretty much. So that's the gist. That's the beginning, and we're going to do more of these for you guys in the future. Let us know what you think of the idea in the comments below. While you're at it, like, share, and subscribe.
You can head over to nerdarchy.com and check out the articles there.
You can patronize us in a good way over on Patreon.
So until next time,
Stay nerdy.